Hello, friends. Welcome back to the last installment of my Celebrate Love series, where I discuss each element of my focus for the month of February. In this last part, I want to talk about why I chose kindness and how that applies to celebrating love. Now, when I talk about kindness, I am thinking about the general attitude, but also about acts of kindness. The reason I find this important is that I feel that kindness builds community, and community is important. Historically, the human race was not made of lone wolves, but of community. That's what allowed us to survive and grow. But these days, many people feel more disconnected than ever. Many of us don't know our neighbor's name or right out dislike them. We've given up on our neighborhoods. The litter is someone's fault and the town's neglect. Drivers on the road are aggressive a-holes. The cashier at the local store hates his job and makes sure everyone feels it. Your coworkers talk about you behind your back. Your partner or kids forgot the words thank you and please. Your state is mismanaging resources. Your country's government doesn't seem to have everyone's best interest at heart. The world is killing the planet quicker than it can regenerate. It's tough out there, so it's more important than ever to consider that kindness reduces stress, anxiety, and depression, and our acts spread kindness, compassion, and empathy throughout the world. Acts of kindness trigger the release of oxytocin, that warm, fuzzy feeling that builds connection with others. You feel it, the recipient feels it, anyone who sees the interaction feels it. In turn, this causes others to be kind and generous as well. All of that leads to our focus shifting from negative stuff in the world to actually noticing the small good things. You see someone smile and you smile back. You get out of your own head and see others in your community. You notice when something is needed, the opportunity for a bit of kindness. And it's not that we don't care or are mean by default. It's just that our worlds are flooded with negativity, problems, worries, and with our focus on that, we notice the negative before we see the positive. You know that saying about being the change you want to see in the world? You showing kindness, even in a small, free way, is that change. Acts of kindness can be as simple as holding the elevator or a door, complimenting someone, a kind note for your spouse or neighbor or the waiter, but make sure you're not leaving a note instead of a tip. It could be paying for someone's coffee or reaching out to an old friend to see how they're doing, maybe picking up some litter, a simple smile for someone, or waving at someone to merge into traffic. Maybe it's making a special treat for your family or coworkers, or waving hello to your neighbor, returning your grocery cart, or sending a little card with a happy memory to a family member. Maybe it's sharing what you have, either by volunteering, donating to a good cause, or just sharing produce or flowers from your garden. Just a little something to make someone smile. And you may say, well, all that sounds well and good, but what if people are rude? Or they have treated you unkindly? They don't deserve kindness, or they don't appreciate it. And to that I say, first, always be kind without the expectation of anything. Praise, gratitude, reciprocity. You do this for yourself and your community in general. You're planting a seed that may take time to fruit. We never know what the other person is going through or what they have experienced to make them act a certain way. If you do something kind for someone and they reject it or act in a mean way in return, try to give them the extra kindness of letting it go, because they may be in a hole so deep they can't see the light, but only scary shadows. Just put those kind vibes out there in the world and let them work their magic. Now, this may be harder said than done, especially at first, because our instinct could be to match someone's energy, but letting it go is an act of kindness in and of itself. But word of caution, this is not to say that you need to let people mistreat you on a regular basis, especially if these people are in your closer circle. Stuff like that needs to be addressed, because there are people who will mistake your kindness for weakness and feel they can take advantage of you. But generally speaking, kindness is like a muscle. You need to practice using it to become stronger in it. It's harder than you might think to spot opportunities for acts of kindness, to see the little acts of kindness happening around you, to not take for granted when someone is kind to you, and to be ready, willing, and able to be kind to others. Start small. Do a 7-day challenge. Maybe look online for ideas and plan ahead what you want to do each day that week. But most importantly, reflect on how you felt after. See if it doesn't leave you inspired to do more and bring you closer to the people around you. Be kind, everyone. I thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.